Hey guys, yeah, kind of sad. I'm at our first house, my wife and I, our first home, and it caught fire. So it's a house we still own. We rented out since we've moved to a different place, but yeah, just a lot of memories and stuff there. It's behind me. It's not super bad, but I mean, well, it's bad. I mean, it's not like burnt to the ground or burnt to a crisp. Thankfully, everyone got out okay. And that's the insurance agent. So call you back. This is Nicole. Video. You know what I'm saying. All right. Anyway, we'll grab a flashlight because the power's cut, and we'll kind of go through, make some observations, and just talk about the house a little bit because there's also some interesting thermal science-y stuff. You know. Just working on some board ups. We'll grab this guy. But here's the bulk of it. It's just this corner. Started burning the deck away. Oh, looks like we got some onions and noodle stew with a, charcoal. Paint on this side is kind of peeled up there. Not sure if that was from heat or, just sun over time, or maybe both. I had to board up that window. Fire department busted that open. Which, not a problem. They gotta do their thing and make stuff happen. So I'm quite thankful for those men and women. But here is there's a bunch of food that I bagged up. That's all in these bags because behind this window was the pantry.
It's like the fire got so hot, it cooked the pasta.
What the fire inspector said happened was that there was a bowl or like cigarette bin right here, and it caught on fire, burned a hole through the deck, and then since it was right by the house, the deck was on fire and then started the rest of the house here on fire. So a lot of charring. Started burning up into the attic, into the eaves up there. Of course, I had to bust the doors open to get in, and this unit here is where the bulk of the damage is going to be. So this is a duplex. There's another unit upstairs. So you can see a lot of the smoke is concentrated up near the, you can see, right? There's like a nice line. I mean, stuff down here is still black, but so we come in, this is the kitchen, or what was the kitchen. Man, this is all just wet ceiling, insulation, all sorts of stuff, just thick, wet and sloppy. Cabinets burned up a little bit there. You can see the wires there. The light fixtures just fell right out of the sky, I'm guessing. Once that started burning. You can see when that burns, all the copper on the copper wires electrically becomes exposed, so all of the electric is going to have to be checked out. There's the window there. That's busted a little bit, but then the one next to it was the one that got opened up. So yeah, this is above this, into this floor is kitchen up there. So here is the pantry. And the fire inspector was saying, there's no charring on the walls in here really, because not much of, because the fire didn't start in here. Which is why there's none at the bottom, is what he was telling me. There's a lot of noodles though. Noodles and pasta. He said, of course, you start getting, is that peanut butter? Wild, melted peanut butter. Yeah, everything's just wet and squishy, and damp. And this is the pantry is what we're looking at here. So that was a window in the back of the pantry. Fire inspector said that sorry, I wasn't finishing my thought there. Basically, the reason we don't see as much charring down here is because it started outside, came in, and then as it comes in, it also goes up. So that's why everything got up there. He said, of course, you know, it gets real hot, moves real quick. All of this stuff is still just dripping on me, kind of gross. But this is kind of crazy. This was, you know, carbon monoxide detector melted right off the wall. The doorbell melted right off the wall. It's just kind of crazy how hot, you know, you can see the paint here starts to blister further up the wall. In this room, so here's the bathroom. Obviously that's nasty looking, you know. So if we come over to the shower, you can see all of this stuff. But check that out right there. That, my friends, is the plastic cover to the bath fan. So that got so hot it just melted right out the ceiling. You know, everything is just black. You can see we also got some water damage up there. It looks like, I mean, the mirror, that was a mirror. This is kind of interesting. So in this bathroom down here, there's drywall. The rest of the house is lath and plaster, except this one wall. And you can see all of the screws, probably because they are more thermally conductive. So all of a sudden you see they get hot and then they burn out blacker holes in the drywall than the area around them. So kind of crazy. But yeah, all this is just, I mean, all just wet and gooey and soupy. So that's all sitting on the floor. Got some smoke there. Obviously a lot of smoke damage in here. You can see, you know, so far up, the blinds just start to melt from all of the heat. And then you can see all of the lath and plaster lines in the ceiling. You know, that's just all kind of crazy. There's a hole. I'm guessing that they busted, you know, just to get air moving or make an inspection to make sure the fire wasn't spreading in there. Yeah, I mean, all these rooms. There's kind of, yeah, just all the soot on the walls and everything. Even down there, you know. So one of the fun random story, these floors in here, hardwood, my wife and I refinished them. That was like the first project we did together when we lived here. Wow, the memories. You know, we did that and then painted some of these walls, and looks like the fire took and painted them all again. So as we get further away from the source of the fire, the, you know, charring and stuff isn't as bad, but it's still black, and it's still, even where you can't see it as dark, it's still kind of all over. So that's the worst of it. We might as well head upstairs and see what that looks like. Yeah, kitchen. If you want some baked animal crackers, there you go. So this is kind of the entry. See more damage up there. I'm guessing that's water, but not certain. Smoke damage. You can see here the paint is bubbling a little bit. Blistering, as they say. It's not as bad now. There's not a lot in the basement. That's where all the water ended up. So, see, there's some smoke here. Right back here, opened up that electrical box. I'm sure they're checking, you know, what's going on electrically. This door got busted in. Yeah, anywhere there's white, you can just kind of see some of the smoke. So this kitchen up here is below the other kitchen. You can see, you know, a couple areas. There's smoke coming out there. Where the outlets are, got smoke coming through here. That's all a lot darker. Where the floors up here too are also just stained black. See the edge of that rug there? that's kind of, you know what, and then coming through the baseboards, obviously all that hot air is gonna rise and come up. So here's the pantry. That's the upper window there from the outside. You see a little bit of staining. Not as bad as downstairs, but yeah, you know, water damage up there on the plaster ceiling. Talking with the insurance agent, and he's like, yeah, the water can be just as bad, if not worse. What the fire doesn't destroy, the water certainly will. So we'll see how that goes. But you can see this stuff. The fire is just everywhere. Everything that is white just has a nice glow to it. So yeah, that's probably the extent of it, at least for up here, except there's still just being a thin coat of everything, and you can still you got here a little bit, or it's probably coming through that wall. Shine the light like that, it feels like we're telling horror stories at a campfire, but that's kind of what we are, but doing, except you know, instead of a campfire, it's more of a house fire. Attic up there, I said I got up there a little bit. I've got the back door to board up or fix and repair, and then kind of go from there. Other than that, I don't really know what to do. Call the insurance agent, obviously. Talk to the city, the fire chief. I think it was the chief, or maybe it was the inspector. Said something about most likely will probably be condemned because of all the smoke damage, which makes sense. I mean, you can't live in that. It's gross, you know. Like if you had maybe like a small kitchen fire or something. Yeah, who knows? Then maybe. But yeah, something like this is like, nah, that's not happening. Figure out how all of that works. Not sure if I'll film anymore on this or not. I'm sure I will. Just tell you what happened, because you're probably as curious as I am, or maybe you're not. Maybe you don't give a rip. But yeah, kind of crazy what happens in a fire. Got a lot to clean up, a lot to work on. I hope. I mean, I don't think it's just like the structure. I don't know what condemned means. I guess we'll find out, right? Because maybe that just means like, oh gosh, I don't know. Maybe that means the whole thing gets torn down. I have no clue. But older house, 1893. This house is 100 years older than I am, which is pretty old. So, not sure what'll happen, but man, it's just super sad. Glad everyone made it out okay. Kind of a bummer. Started by, you know, cigarette butts. You know, the memories. I've had better days for sure, but also had worse. So there's still a lot to be grateful for. And who knows, maybe some fire remediation videos. Fire damage remediation videos are in the future. Anyway, may your day be better than mine, and your house not be burnt to a nice little crispy chunk of toast or whatever. So that's all I got. See ya.